Hey MotoAmerica fans, this is Max Flinders. Make sure you go to MotoAmerica YouTube channel and subscribe, comment, like. If you see me, definitely put a thumbs up.
It's race 2 time for Supersport from Pitt Race. We're underway, and Sean Dillon Kelly with another solid launch, but wheel in the air for SDK. He'll hold on to the lead, peeling off into turn number 1. Escalante in second. Looks like M4X Star Suzuki's Sam Lockoff in third.
Almeida maybe just ran off, Greg, and that grass is going to be soaking wet.
Oh, Kevin.
I didn't like the way that looked.
Yeah.
But look, it's really wet there. You can see he did get back on the track. And Escalante makes a big bid for the lead right off the bat. SDK fires back in the turns 3 and 4 area. So there you go, Greg. SDK still wants to control this race from the front.
What about Sam Lockoff? For a moment, I thought he was going to try to make it a little wide. Goes Sean Dillon Kelly, so Richie Escalante to the point. Don't know if that was calculated or a mistake, because the question is, who wants the lead in this one? Oh, Sean Dillon Kelly thought about it for a second.
And now this is going to be interesting. Does SDK want to take the opportunity to follow Escalante around now like he was followed yesterday? Now, there was probably some changes made to both these motorcycles overnight, and I know you know a little bit more about that than I do, but the thing is that right now, the strategies at this track which play out are it's a little harder to pass here. The risk of the championship and those kind of things, will that be on SDK's mind?
And how about the 88 of Benjamin Smith? His whole goal when I spoke with him today was, I just want to try to stick with these guys for a couple laps and see how it sorts itself out. So the 88 of Benjamin Smith having a great run right now, keeping these two in sight as they go through the chicane, a very tight chicane.
Yeah, Benjamin Smith did a nice job there of getting through on Lockoff, and he's now doing his best to chase these leaders down. Had a really frustrating Brainerd through really no fault of his own or the team. Every now and then you have one of those weekends where you have some bad luck, and that's what it was chalked up to talking to Benjamin earlier this week. So this race right now looks really solid for him. This is a place that he loves. And SDK steps it back up underneath Escalante as they go to turn 1. So my question has been answered. SDK is here to race today. And then they kind of are able to close that distance back up as they go. So that lap by, everybody's still in the 44s, but they aren't the fastest guy in the 44s. Number 44 is Sam Lockoff. We're looking right now, I believe, at Thermiotis. He's crashed in turn 18, 17 here. So he's up and okay. He's just trying to pick his bike up.
It's a shame for Thermiotis. He was rolling around in 8th place. And now a pass has been made. The 44 of Lockoff goes around Benjamin Smith. So Lockoff now in the 3rd position, the final spot on the podium. We'll see if Benjamin Smith has an answer now that Lockoff's gotten around him.
Well, Lockoff's still circulating, as is Rocco. They're both still in the 44s. In fact, they're not that much slower than the 2 leaders that you see here that are starting to fire. Looks like Escalante's trying to get ready to fire some shots here. But 44.4 for the 2 leaders, 44.7, 44.6 for Rocco and Lockoff. So they have definitely kind of stayed kind of the same as these two, even though there's a big gap. All this gap was built up at the beginning, and now we know Benjamin might have been a little hard on that rear tire to try to run that pace with these guys, even though there was a big improvement overnight from him. Here you go. Escalante having a look here, not quite close enough. We saw him make that pass there yesterday, but now that race for 3rd is going to start to heat up as well. A little bit, they're about 4 seconds out in front of Lockoff, who's got himself about just, what's he got, Greg? Almost a second over Benjamin Smith. That last lap through.
Here's the move.
There you go.
The pass for the lead. You can see him setting it up. So Richie Escalante back to the front. Our 4th pass of the race. And now Escalante, for some reason, I think he said, all right, I got it. I'm going to try to push the issue right now. Maybe for Sean Dillon Kelly, he dipped back to the 45-1 range. Escalante still feels like he's got maybe some high 44s or even mid 44s in him.
I've watched and looked up here a bunch of 44.6s as the guys at the front now 43.5 and 43.6 for the 2 guys up in the very front.
Is watching as Rocco Landers has gotten around Sam Lockoff. So Landers now into 3rd. Boy, he was so far back so many laps ago, and Landers is just chipping away at it. Love what I'm seeing from the 3-time champ.
I love it, yeah, and I mean, obviously he's getting more comfortable, and let's be fair, the leaders are 7.6 up the road, and they're running 43s now, but these guys haven't let them completely, they're still going to be able to see them at the end of some of these straightaways, so that's a bonus for these 2 guys specifically. You can see Rocco has a look over his shoulder to see if he's pulled away from Lockoff at all, and I know Sam, though, he's going to be grinding it out, trying to get into the back here of Rocco Landers and try to get close enough to him with 2 to go this next time by.
What does Sean Dillon Kelly have? He's so fast through this section of the track. And we also know there's the big move. So SDK up the inside to take the spot. Very calculated. We could see it coming from a couple laps ago. Does Escalante? Oh, Escalante lost the front, but he saved it.
So cleanly done, though, by SDK. He just made a direct line right to that turn 11 area. Now, we'll see if Escalante has anything. This is going to be really hard for Richie to get by SDK in this section, because you see that little gap? That gap is going to be too much to close down in this last corner.
Has Sean Dillon Kelly done enough to grab his 10th of the season? Through the final set of corners, it's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line. Escalante trying to get close enough, but there's a couple bike lengths. Here we go to the line, and it's going to be the Suzuki for victory of Sean Dillon Kelly. What a race as we await the arrival of Rocco Landers. The Landers Racing Yamaha R6 will take third ahead of Sam Lockoff. Yeah, I think at this point,
unreal.
You
really,
could say
really
he's the
nice
man.
Work. Yep. Unreal work there. I mean,
racecraft.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's knowing where you're good at, and he was absolutely flying through turn 10, and that's what set that pass up. And he was able to slide up underneath him going there into turn 11.
There's your race pace, and of course, a nice congratulations between these two as they wave to the fans here at Pitt Race. What a final lap, the final race of Supersport here in MotoAmerica competition. And if you were curious to find out what 64 thousandths of a second looks like, that's it. Rocco Landers just ahead of Sam Lockoff. Benjamin Smith, what a great start, but 5th place for him. I'm okay with it. I guarantee you he is not. Mesa, Doyle, Liam Grant, and of course, we talked about Kevin Olmedo.